Hello everybody. Man, have you ever wondered what it's really like behind the scenes to work with a real estate agent? Well, today we're going to get in a conversation with some clients I just helped purchase a house, and we're going to get real about the whole experience, not only of working with me, but also the roller coaster that can be the ups and downs of buying a property in today's market. Hi everybody, I'm Jack Laron, your Nashville area real estate agent. If you have any questions or would like to look at buying or selling a house in this area, my phone number is right here. Please reach out, text, call. I'd love to hear from you, answer any questions. If there's any comments you'd like to make on this video today or anything you'd like me to video, please leave a comment down below so that I can pull that information off the comments below and make a video to address those subjects. Okay, today we're going to walk through a process that I've worked with Brandie and Gavin on here recently as they moved from Texas to Tennessee. And the roller coaster ride, I guess, is probably a pretty subtle way of putting that we went on to find them the perfect house that which we're standing in right now that fit their needs as well as fitting their budget. And unlike what everybody says, it's not always the smoothest process, but if you stay patient, do your diligence, you end up where you're meant to be. And I would think Brandie and Gavin would probably agree with that. How you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Great. Thanks.
Good. We're standing in the living room today, and they just closed on the house. They've decorated it fantastically. It's my first time seeing it since it's been decorated. And you can see they're all smiles, but it wasn't always that way as we started this process. They moved to Tennessee, how long ago?
About a year.
Yes. Yeah.
About a year.
So Gavin has family in the area, and they decided to come move closer to the family, brought the dogs as well. And they moved out of a property in Dallas and actually had to live with some in-laws here while they went through the process of not only getting approved for a loan, but also purchasing the house that they were looking for, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we started about a year ago, and we started off in a completely different thought. We wanted to buy land, we wanted to build a house, we wanted to live in our RV. So we were just looking all over for land, and most of the land we found in our budget was like majorly sloped, and it wouldn't have worked. And we just every time we thought we found something, we'd let Jack know, and he was so patient with us. He would take us out there. He would notice things that we hadn't even noticed before. Eventually, we started looking at houses, and we'd schedule some house tours, and then before we even got there, he'd be there with a flashlight on his hands and knees under the house, like looking through crawl spaces, things we would not have even thought about. Noticing things we wouldn't have noticed. And there were several times where we thought we'd found the perfect house, but then we realized there was a river running underneath it, or didn't realize that the neighbors owned the driveway.
The river was a fun one, wasn't it?
Yeah. So things that we wouldn't have known without Jack. You know,
A lot of details that are easy to miss, and Jack was very thorough. We couldn't have picked a better realtor to help us. So there's nothing easy about the transition, but there is if you have someone that is thorough.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are talking too, about a specific market of a property you were trying to find, some land, not around everybody, and also a price range that you had to adhere to because there was a strict budget going under FHA guidelines, right? So in that process, we probably kicked over more rocks and more areas than most people would looking in a subdivision, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Moving from Texas, nobody really wanted to give us a mortgage because we were starting new jobs. We hadn't been here long enough. There was just a lot of hurdles to jump through. And that also, Jack was very patient with us. All the places we looked at, properties we looked at, there were several times where we just wanted to be done. Like, this is good enough. But Jack was very patient and was like, no, we're going to wait for the right one. We're going to keep looking. We're not just going to settle just because you're getting antsy. And then we found this one, and it was just what we needed. Brand new, basically, just completely remodeled. in an area that we liked. It's completely different from where we started. There's not a lot of land. We are in a neighborhood. We're in the middle of town. So it's completely opposite of what we found, of what we had started with. But he was, with us, rolling through the punches and, being patient while we figured that out.
Yeah, there is a learning curve for every area, and the do's and the don'ts are very complex. So anytime someone's looking for a comprehensive and intelligent perspective, definitely go with Jack.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about how the emotion went when we first walked into this property for you guys. It was completely remodeled. We noticed that the remodel job looked to be done well, right? And then you guys came to the decision like, hey, this is the one we think we want to go after. Was that the beginning of the process, or was that the end? And what stage or phase did that take us in next that opened up a whole different, level of emotions and ups and downs?
They were asking a certain price, and we were willing to pay that price because we were just so excited to have found the house that we wanted in the place that we wanted and all the things that we needed. We loved the house. We were willing to pay what they were asking. And Jack dug around, looked into the history of the house, the tax roll records, all the things that we would not have thought to do.
The additional bathroom that was not permitted. So that was a big plus in our negotiation. So
Right.
we were able to come down to a fair asking price. I think that was right at the same price that we had initially offered. It was $277. So we were right where the appraisal and everyone thought we should be from the start.
And what was this house listed for when we got into it?
Well, I think a year ago it was 4 something, then it went to 315.
315 is what we did. Yeah.
We were initially at 277, and that's where it finalized at.
Yeah, they came up, and then it appraised, and it appraised for about what Jack thought it would. We assumed it appraised for what we were going to pay for it, and it didn't. So Jack not only realized that the house wasn't worth what they were asking, but also what it would appraise for, and just kept going to bat for us to make sure that we were getting a fair price. So we ended up paying like $30,000 less than what we would have paid, which of course fit our budget so much better. And we've been able to spend that money, on other things that we needed. And yeah, we need a fence and things like that. But that wouldn't have occurred to us without his diligence, without his research, without his, like I said, willingness to just get in there and roll up his sleeves and get dirty for us. We didn't worry about any of it. I was upset at one point thinking, oh no, it didn't appraise. We're not going to get it. It's just ruined everything. And Jack was like, yes, I'll call you right back. And all of a sudden the other realtor was like, okay, we're gonna sign it, for what it appraised for. They didn't ask for us to give any more. They didn't take anything away. It just exactly where Jack had decided, had thought it was going to be is where we ended up. So.
And were we successful in getting the seller to pay my compensation as well?
We did, yes. The sellers paid for his fee, and they even tried to kind of sneak in an office fee, and he got rid of that as well. So things that, again, I wasn't looking for, Gavin wasn't looking for, we weren't even really aware of, he was aware of, and he was on top of all of it, and he knew exactly how to handle all of it, and he did. He fought for us from the very beginning all the way to closing and even after.
So out of all of this experience, if you had, let's say, 2 main things to convey to people going through this process or looking to, not just me, but maybe just in general, what would be 2 things people entering this type of process would have to make sure they end up in the house at the payment that they want, just the same as you did?
I think one, patience for sure. You got to find the right one. There are different seasons in this business, and that was another thing that Jack had told us. This season is slow. Let's wait until the spring, and it's going to pop back up, and that was exactly right. But also find somebody who is going to look at crawl spaces for you and look at the ceiling and look at the cracks outside of the, and see where the water is flowing, things that you may not even think about. But that's a good realtor who's already thinking about it and looking at it and just taking care of you before you even know what's going on.
Yeah, this is a complex process. It takes someone that knows exactly what they're doing, and I have all confidence and faith that we're going to find the problem, or we're going to find the solution one way or the other. We're going to walk. So we went through this several different times that we thought we were close and we liked it, but there were a few places where I remember we saw a wall that had been repaired in a basement. And upon further inspection, something easy to miss where maybe walking in and out wouldn't have caught it, we decided to go against it. So, again, being thorough and professional is key to making these kinds of purchases. And we're glad we had someone with us that, would watch the water draining and all of the different aspects that go into a smart purchase. We really felt comfortable and very blessed and pleased. So,
So I think I've helped somebody else in your family buy and sell a house too, haven't I?
Yep. Mom and Dad made a large purchase a couple of
COVID years.
How many years? 4 years.
Yeah.
I think almost 4 years. So that was during another difficult time where prices were going through the roof, and it took them a year to buy. So they were under a lot of pressure to find a place. Jack came through with an area that they were comfortable at their age and and their budget, which is never easy to do. I don't think there's easy time to move, but especially whenever you're looking for something that you can feel comfortable.
Yeah.
An area that fits your lifestyle and everything that you're trying to do. So like this place did for us, it has all the amenities and it's in the right area. So does theirs for their type of lifestyle.
Cool. Well, Brandie, Gavin, thank you and congratulations. It was a lot of fun working with you guys, and I'm so happy you guys. I just, like I said, I walked in here and the place looks completely different to me. They did a great job decorating. I'm like, this place looks amazing. So takeaways from this is just make sure whoever you're working with is working for you and not the commission. And if they're not willing to roll up their sleeves, get on the ground or get on the roof, especially when you can see something has been changed about a structure, just make sure you're doing your due diligence and get the right answers for everything you're looking for and have some patience. I've sold and bought in the COVID market. Now I'm selling in today's tariff market. It just takes some time sometimes to get what you want versus just settling for something because you need it. And I think the latter is probably, or the first one's probably more apropos for what you want to do. Again, these are big purchases for everybody. So thank you again for taking the time today. If you have any questions, again, please, my phone number is right here. Call or text. Again, I'm Jack LaRon, your Nashville area real estate agent. We're signing off with two of my happy clients, Brandie and Gavin, in their brand new house that they're very much enjoying. And thanks again for taking time to view us today.